Hey, thanks for coming and tuning in to Balance519. I'm your host, Big G, and as always with me is Little Dragon. How's it going today, Little Dragon?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
There's a lot. There's a lot going on. Holy. Other than the Leafs losing game 7. Oh my
Oh,
gosh. I have so
yeah,
many Leaf friends. I am okay, admittedly so. I am a closet Leaf fan like the Ducks.
me
Anaheim
too.
is my everyone laughs, but Anaheim is my hockey team. But
Oh,
obviously they haven't done anything in years. So yeah, of course I jump on my sister's team and I was cheering for the Leafs, but man, oh man,
it's always
I'm not that
disappointing.
emotionally invested. I just felt felt bad. And I have really good friends. I have really good like friends in even the martial art community that are Hab fans. Like
Yeah.
our head coach, Master Carlos Batista, and Maxina's coach TJ, they're both Hab fans.
Oh, wow.
And another high high level black belt, Master Sealy from Sealy Karate. He's a
Okay.
huge Hab, and so
Oh
of course
boy.
they're on my Facebook as I was posting all this Leaf stuff. So once
Yeah.
they won, oh, they were all over. I was getting a ton
Of
of
course.
messages.
Yeah, that's
so,
what they do. What
so
do you
other
expect?
than yeah, so other than the Leaf fans, grieving today, there was a lot. So quickly when we did our little, we usually have this obviously warm up session where we just chat before we hit record, but I did bring up something that I don't know if Sunny has heard, but they did a little presentation. So did you see the opening of the game at all,
I did
Sunny?
not. Nope.
No. Okay. So at the opening, they did like a um moment of reflection. I didn't want to say moment of silence. They said a moment of reflection for the 215 children that were found. And
Right.
did you hear about that?
I did, and it's all over social
Oh,
media, which
okay,
is great.
yeah. So they yeah, that was just man, like that's terrible. And now they have even more of those schools around that they want to investigate and find out if there's more, remains,
Yeah.
and just to hear that some of those remains were like from like really, really young children. I mean, it doesn't matter the age. It's just that's not right. That's not and just that it was kind of
Yeah.
like a buried secret and that it's in our own country
Yeah.
and it kind of wakes, a lot of eyes up to you know, what what went down back then,
It's our history.
what honestly went down and
Yes.
we continue to build the country on, things that we just turn a blind eye to, I guess.
Exactly.
So, what else? Oh, you man, I don't know if you guys saw our last episode. You got to see the graphics and just I don't know. I really like it. You got to see the stuff when we started talking about the Pacquiao fight. It was really good. You got to go back and watch that episode. Little Dragon's got his game on. It's like I'm actually at like a news studio. You're watching like a legit show.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you paid for
Well,
this
it
show.
is, but it's free.
But yeah, still I'm watching all the highlights and I'm listening to all the professionals or the coaches or the people that have a big say in the boxing industry to hear how they're, who they're leaning towards.
Yeah.
And the majority, and I get it, are saying that the younger undefeated fighter will win, but they all said it's not going to be easy, and you can't count Manny Pacquiao out just because the punch is the last thing to go, and Pacquiao still can hit and hit with
Yeah.
speed and power, so you just never
Yeah.
know. Pardon me. And then Sunday, did you know it's Sunday? The Logan Mayweather
Oh, is it?
fight.
Oh,
It's not
this coming
Saturday.
Sunday.
It's Sunday.
It's on Sunday.
So yeah, I don't know why they did that. Yeah, it's on a Sunday.
Weird.
Sunday night at 8 p.m. And who knows what time they'll fight because they're not going to fight right at 8.
No.
There has to be some kind of, there's got to be a match or something.
Yeah,
unless they just go right at 8 on a Sunday.
that's weird.
There's only
Weird.
it's $49.99.
Not bad.
So, did you think it was? Yeah, that's like on the line.
Is it a financial
It's on the line.
decision to do it on Sunday? Like, do they make
Maybe,
more
or they
money?
didn't want to compete with UFC. UFC's got
Oh,
a
that
free
makes sense.
fight night,
There you
but
go. Yeah, makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
maybe, yeah. I could, yeah, I guess, to get all the people you can.
The views.
Yeah, and then maybe they'll even kind of do their like last little bit of promoting during the Saturday fight. I don't know. Who knows?
Possibly.
Who knows? This weekend's supposed to be really good, eh? Like for weather.
Is it?
Might be going to the Bend.
Very nice.
Grand Bend's open, everybody.
Finally.
Just so you know.
Finally.
Grand Bend's open. They opened it. I mean, you still have to socially distance, but
Yeah.
I don't know if the stores on the strip if they're open. I'm sure they're open. They usually open May too far. And then yeah, I don't know what those rules are, but we did hear that the beach is open. So we'll check it out this weekend and let you guys know next week if there's
Nice.
weird rules or things you have to look out for, or if it's just the normal beach day. So that'll be fun. I hear, I heard I follow all these funny people on all these different platforms. I don't name the platforms, but they're talking. There was this talk about Aladdin being part or being um, that it took place post apocalypse.
What?
And the reason being was because it's supposed to take place in like what is it, 15th century Arabia or something like that.
Yeah.
But then the genie who comes out, you know, has all this knowledge of like neon signs and imitating Jack Nicholson and Arnold Schwarzenegger and things like that. Like he always references things that were, and he says that he's been asleep for 10,000 years.
Oh,
So it's funny that they say, yeah, those are funny.
all right.
Oh man, you can't get Sunny. Everybody, you got to be careful on your platforms. You just get the funniest information.
Yeah.
Just like you see all the one-sided information on lockdowns and pandemics. Can't get lost. You gotta kind of
Be
take
objective.
it with a grain of salt.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, sometimes like everyone's allowed to have their opinion, but you just have to. You can't shove your opinion in everyone's face, but you're allowed to have it. I think that's. Dude, what do you think of that? Is that fair? Everyone's allowed their opinion, but you don't have to.
Yes, but don't shove it down people's throat.
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, but you're allowed to have your opinion.
Sure.
I think because
Sure.
there's those two sides. Like people, um, they force their opinion, and I don't think that's right. And then on the other side, people don't allow anyone else to have an opinion other than the one they believe. I think both are incorrect. You have to try to find a
I,
balance.
there has to be some logic and sense to it. For example, a flat earther can tell me all day long that the earth is flat. That's fine. I'm not going to try to convince you otherwise. I might try to educate you if you want to listen to
Yeah,
science, or put you on a plane and fly you around the global sphere of the earth. There are anti-vaxxers who whose source is YouTube videos and memes, not a legitimate source, and that's disinformation. If you want to say something that makes sense, like there hasn't been enough testing done, therefore I'm a little reserved. I agree. Why not?
yeah,
But the
yeah,
conclusions that are conflicting the actual data, there's a limit to how much information you want to shove down people's throat.
yeah. It's true. It's true. No, you bring up a good point. You can definitely say, um, with the amount of time it's been out, or um, just because it's still very new, your reserve, you have your
Yeah,
reservations on that. That's fair.
sure, it
But
is.
then to just, you know, make things up to say, yeah, I get that. Oh, you're gonna grow a third arm and a fourth eye.
Vaccine passports.
Yeah, I
People
get
don't
that.
understand what that means. Uh, if you're flying internationally, the idea came to be that we can just stamp on your passport whether or not you've had the vaccine. People have turned it into some kind of a government control. Now, it may or may not turn out to be that, but it hasn't happened yet. And there's a lot of
Yeah, no.
hearsay about it.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It's nonsense.
Um, so around, I guess we should chat about the opening of the province. Saw today, if you want to pull that up, that we got 699 cases. That's
Yeah,
the lowest we've had, I believe, since October,
progress.
and that's positive. I
Yeah,
don't know if some of you follow me on Facebook, but I had, oh, maybe even on Instagram, but I had something to say about it. I was venting a bit that you know our cases are way under 1,000, yet our gym is still shut down, and other businesses that I also believe should be open as well as ours are still shut down. And then we saw that the CFIB has gone to bat for us, and that's
nice.
an organization that we also belong to, and they go to bat for the small businesses. And Little Dragon's probably pulling that up right now,
Yeah,
and yeah, they're trying to fight for June 2nd to make sure that we can get 20% of the retail open. They're going to try to get the restaurant patios open, hair salons, and then appointment based gym services. Now, how
nice.
that can all be read, we can all lean those rules or what is written there our own way, but we'll have to find out because obviously that's not written in stone. But
Yeah,
hey, the number, we're almost at 70%. Did you know that for vaccinations?
wow, that's crazy.
Like we're, yeah, it's like 70%. That's a lot of people on, that's Ontario's like a very, that's the densest like that's the densest population we have in Canada.
Nice.
70% of it vaccinated. That's good.
Yeah,
My mom says in the Philippines, they have so many, and just like a lot of the third world countries, nobody wants to take it. Like there's people there every day. They open up these clinics and no one goes.
it's crazy. Sad.
Yeah, no one goes.
People are dying.
Weird, eh? I saw that too in I don't know what country it was. Somewhere in Africa. Oh, I can't remember. But I saw them too. Like they had these nurses waiting, and they had some people coming through, but they just said there's, and then they just got to ship them out because they don't want them to go bad,
Right.
the vaccines. Yeah, it's gonna be, yeah, because it's, how do they regulate that too? Like from, you know, from nation to nation. Like when you, I guess they'll figure that out, but just flying,
I don't know.
when you fly to, like when we're planning to go to the Philippines in April, like that's still, my mom wants to still go, see that she hasn't been to the house, we need to go, and I'm not gonna let her go alone. So if I have to I'm not in a rush to get the vaccine, but if I have to do it to accompany my mom to the Philippines, then I'm gonna do it. And or if they're like, you can't coach taekwondo unless you have the vaccine, then obviously I'm gonna take it. If Maxina needs it, the vaccine as well, to fight, in another country, then obviously I gotta take it. But I'm just not in a rush to line up at 6 a.m. to get it. So that's it.
The
That's
CDC.
my take on it.
The
That's all.
CDC
You
gives
know,
us the guidelines that you can follow. You can choose to follow.
yeah. Yeah. So also with the appointment based gym services, like, does that mean, is that just personal training? Does that mean we get 10, 20 slots, and as long as they're appointing themselves like you guys were on the Simply Booking app for the gym, that's an unappointed guest. I guess all those rules are definitely going to have to be put in place for us to know. But yeah, that does look promising. June 2nd, if they can do that.
That would be amazing.
But like they have to. Like, like I said, 70%.
Yeah.
70% is a lot of vaccinated people. And to only have like 699 cases,
Yeah.
that's really low.
Shrinking.
I didn't think it was going to come down under 1,000 that fast, to be honest.
That's very fast.
But you see the
It's
lineups, like the
dropping.
hotspots I get. The hotspots, were vaccinating people. They needed to.
That was a good call.
And they were doing it out there.
Yeah.
And all those jobs, like there's so many jobs in those areas that those workers that were essential needed,
Yeah.
in shipping and in things like that. Because all those shipping places for Amazon, for wherever, there's so many workers there. And there's a lot of
Yeah.
contact.
Yeah.
So it's good that they started getting everyone done.
Yeah.
But what took so long? I think that's
Yeah.
the problem. But who knows? It might not be their issue too. Maybe they tried to get all those vaccines ahead of time, and the states or whoever they're buying them from just held them up. Maybe Trudeau bounced a check. I don't know.
I'm just glad
Oh,
we're
you know what
here.
I heard? I heard that China now has a larger size navy than the states.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like they're preparing for something.
Wow.
But they were also saying um, that they would be preparing only because if the world turns on China, if they kind of all come together, because of so much still comes from China
Yeah.
for meds, for electronics, equipment, just so much trading going on. But now
Yeah.
India is starting to take over. So now if they start, leaving the businesses and they start, you know,
Yeah.
trading with India, then they're not going to be able to trade their goods for arms anymore. So they might as well collect now. Yeah, they were talking about this aircraft carrier that the states was building, and it still needs to get fixed. There's some like elevator that brings different aircraft, fighter jets up and down,
Oh.
and it cost $10 billion to make. And now there's, because the elevator part has to be remade or redone or something, it's going to cost 13 billion.
It's crazy.
Like an extra $3 billion. That's a
Wow.
huge number
Yeah.
for an elevator. Like
Wow.
where does that money come from?
Uh,
When you think about all these countries that have, when in the arms race, when they all have their own amount of stuff and they all compete and say, yo, you can't take us over because we have this much stuff. And where are they buying all this stuff? And something like the things we don't know when they're buying and trading
yeah.
arms,
Yeah.
and it's funny, and it's amongst countries that we are not the coolest with, but that's just
That's
how
right.
business goes, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, things we don't know.
True.
Well, we won't worry about that. We'll just worry about getting the gym open in a week.
That's all I care about.
Right? Just want
Yeah.
to get a workout in.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I don't want to worry about aliens and UFOs and China's Navy attacking us.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah. Oh, we just wanted to bring up Father's Day again is coming. It's June. So I think we got what, 15 days, I think it is, till Father's Day.
About.
So if you want to send us a video that we can post up and send to your dad or send to somebody that is a father figure, we can cut that video and throw some pictures in there from you, from whoever, and we can just put that up. So we'll give you some examples. We have a couple that have come through, and we're going to start playing those now that it's June. So if you have a Father's Day shout out, let us know.
Nice.
Um, oh, the market, actually. The market's actually been um, good. It's starting this whole everything. I think the most I've learned in trading happened in the last couple of weeks. Once that little bear market situation just played out, because when we entered right when the bull run was hot. Like we bought in a Bitcoin when it was like at 31 or 32. It was hard to say. It was the end of January, last week of January.
Yeah.
And then in like 8 days, it went to 48, 50. Like it flew up. So we traded and did futures trading all the way up there. So we made a lot on the way up. And then
Yeah.
all that Elon stuff, and the market took a dump, and it was the biggest correction in the history of the asset. Like, but now the market tends to at this time it starts to consolidate and kind of go sideways. And it was inside of that channel that I learned, and you'll see on the other episodes that I learned about farming. So I learned about how to just easily collect more of the asset by literally spot trading it all the way up and down. It's just you had to kind of keep an eye on it and make sure you set them properly. But it was a good way. You don't really learn much trading skill when the market is just going up, because basically you make one trade and just sit there and watch your money keep going
Right.
up and up and up. But what do you do when the asset is so volatile at this moment? So,
Right.
and with all the fundamentals going around too, there's a lot of big players like Apple's talking about purchasing. There's just been, yeah, there's a lot of big institutions that are starting to grab Bitcoin. You can see it now in the charts too. There's been a couple. uh, all right, I'm going to share my screen quick. That work? You see that? All right.
Yes.
See this part right here. You see this thing here, and see the volume that brought there. That changes everything. Like, and these are 15-minute candles.
Okay.
So now they're starting. The emotions are different now in the market. When it's just going sideways, there isn't much you can go on. But
Right.
now when you're starting to see this, it's starting to stay higher. Like if you, oh wait, sorry. Like even if you touch this like this, it's still in an upward trend.
Right.
The
Yeah.
pattern now is bullish in my eyes. So
Yeah.
yeah, I know those are only the 15-minute candles, but the channel is the same in all three times. So you're
Okay.
getting the higher lows as you want, and once it closes in on that pennant, then that's usually when it either breaks up or breaks down. But with all the lower highs, or sorry, with all the higher lows, that's a bullish scenario. So then that usually plays out. So I
Okay.
have a trade in there right now. I didn't even want to check it because last time I checked it, it was red.
Oh boy.
I got in at like 35. It was low enough, and I didn't even think it was
Oh,
going to get picked up, but it got picked up. So
nice.
we'll see. We'll see how that works out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think the market is definitely way healthier, and I think it's going to change. So if you are thinking about it, this is definitely the time, because if the bull run starts to go again, we're looking at July, August to be really, really big for all the assets, not just for Bitcoin,
Nice.
just for the market. So definitely get in now while it's low, and just hodl, just hold on to the asset. You don't have to trade. Like, the safest thing to do is buy the assets when they're low, like buy low and sell high. But right now, if you
Right.
just want something as like something to hedge against, something to create that generational money for yourself and for your family, like, just hold on to it, buy it and hold it, and it'll count. it Bitcoin counts just like property,
Yeah.
so you can lean against it. It's, so just hold on to it, and that's it. That's the easiest thing to do. And
I'm
you
doing
just keep
that.
adding. If you get an extra $100, you want to buy some Bitcoin and put it away into an asset that can only go up, put it in there. Because
Yeah.
100%, I can say this, and again, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice from either of us. This is just how we work our crypto, and this is how we should see the market. But Bitcoin, 100% has an easier, will have an easier time getting to $1 million than it will to ever go to zero. 100%.
Well
I
said.
would gamble that it would hit $1 million uh, per Bitcoin before the Bitcoin goes to zero. It's not going to go to zero anymore.
It
There's too
can't.
many huge institutions that are just, and it's in cold storage. That those
Yeah.
billions worth are not going anywhere. They're not moving
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So it's not going to zero. So it's
Yeah.
definitely, this is the time. Definitely the time. So if you want any more information, hit us up in the comments, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You can go into detailed description if you want to just start trading or you want to get more involved. There's a link for Binance down there. You don't have to use it, but definitely tune in if you're new and you want some early crypto advice.